Now, what is a weapon of magic? Interesting. Because it can be so much, it can be so less. Magic itself is more or less a tool or an archetype or an idea. Has a philosophy, can be a philosophy. Can be no attribute, it can attribute something to something. Thus, power. Magic itself is power, on a whole different idea. Now, it's not power in usual power sense, but it's sort of what it is. What is the omen? Fairly irrelevant to this one. What can be a weapon of magic? Well, a tool of God, right? God is then using magic as a weapon. But is every weapon of God a tool and a use of magic? Maybe. But maybe also not every weapon of magic a weapon of God, and not every weapon a sort of magic, because Sith knowledge is different. If you don't believe in that, as said, read the ancient Asiat scripture of ancient Egyptian tablets. Even the tablet of Thoth has it on it. Now, there are two rivaling forces in magic, Isis and Astaeath. Set is the mediator between it, and Osiris governs with Horus. So it's a pentagram. It's fairly interesting. Now, what is a tool of magic? Well, the histoglyph in Simetal form, meaning in Simet form. What is a house of magic? Well, there can be so many ideas of it. What is the requiem? It's just really ritual magic, right? It's a rite. It's a ritual, can be a rite, can be a tool, can be a guide, can be protection, can be a talisman for that, but is in all of it in a ritualistic initiation. Most often times a ritual. Now, sex magic, what is that? Well, something I would not practice. It's too dangerous. Now, what is the weapon of God? Not sex magic or any of that idea. Manipulation is the last resort, and that would be a manipulation never given, nor by anyone who is good. It doesn't work. Something only evil uses. Now, what is a weapon of magic? Well, you can use the power that the tool gave you, meaning you can use the tool to project something from that tool and form it. You can use a projectile of magic. It's unlike a gun, but much like it. You can use a card, but there's also something different. If you channel magic to what the tool idealized of the requiem by any idea that was used to it, you basically make a weapon and a curse. And a curse is always a weapon. A spell is not always a curse, but can be, and the Patroni is not always from Harry Potter. Now, there's something else. There's curses, spells, enchantments, virtues, meaning to violinize a rite. And most often, people just know the last one as well, which is a quieton in our word put. So a curse, a spell, a chant, a virtue, an enchantment, a rite, and a spell cast, meaning casting something. Then there's bans, to ban yourself. You can spell cast a ban. You can use psychosis in all of this, but basically always how a weapon of magic works is you understand for the future, you understand what the past has brought into it, you work from the now in a stable idea to not get diverted on any of that, and then channel what is of your idea to be in weapon towards that what is supposed to be, and then what is weaponizing. That is basically a tool of magic in a weapon. That means psychology is not a weapon of magic, even if manipulation is such. That's a tool of character. Being in a stable being is maybe used by weaponizing magic, but not a weapon of magic. Now, would God use future sight? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't need to. To a degree. Oh, of course, maybe. Is this all relevant? Not really. Can you watch fate to this idea as well? Can you watch a little bit of fate, like a tiny step or step points? Meaning, can you watch a moment in time? Yes, you can. Can you deconstruct that? I don't know. Fairly interesting. Now, Civ Power says you could, but you cannot work further on power. And you only have one power, deconstructing moments. What is Civ Power? What I mean by that? Well, it's the unseen, weaponized to yourself in all of hatred, accomplished to nullifying that, basically. Further, I will not explain, otherwise you can never find these ideas. And then you have an unseen force that is, by its presence, making things apparent. So, for example, if you would use a weapon of Civ Power, you would use, for example, a sentence to make someone say something the person doesn't want to say. But as said, language and manipulation would rarely be a tool in the weapon of magic, like psychology cannot be. So Civ Power would just be an idea of God, then. But not really. It can be an idea of any conscience. Because no power is set to what the power archetype does. So what is a weapon of magic? Well, not to manipulate and illusionize this, because what is illusion? Illusion is then not a tool of magic, nor a tool of character, nor a tool of sin, unless you view sin differently, but nonetheless, meaning illusioning and degrading yourself to make an illusion come true is a weapon of weapon. Meaning you then understand what a weapon is and use a weapon of a weapon. And that makes no seal, that makes no weapon, that makes no civ, just does something else most likely. And just because you understand that doesn't mean you're evil, but if you would use that, you must be evil, because good has this idea of self-worth, no matter in which situation it is. Evil knows that as well. And evil doesn't. They use all tricks in advance. Doesn't matter. Their choice. Now, what is deconstruction? Their most likely favorite tool, but not really. The favorite tool of someone who's evil would be inciting, but not to incite. Or not inciting. Inciting, like turning a page in insight. It's a form of deconstruction, but must not be. Meaning you read a page, you turn it around and incite it. That's basically the tool of evil. As I said, the degenerated apes. But so are we dumb to them? 100%. There's no difference there. We're a normal idiot. They're degenerated apes. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'm a lapdog. Oh, really? My children is. I'm not gonna say that. I would never. He doesn't need to answer you if I have a child. No, they don't need. And they really choose their own love. Planned Parenthood works, but it's not. I would never do that.